this video, we will explore some of the different ways you can search for international literature for your topic. I will guide you through how to find international research, how to find guidelines, policies and legislation, and also how to find information on a country's context or an overview and background. If you are looking for international articles, for example randomized control trials or literature reviews or systematic reviews, you can search the international research in the same way that you would search for a paper based in the UK. You can do a systematic search on Medline or PubMed, Scopus and Trip. You use the search filter for geographical area or country or territory to restrict your publications. So now I will demonstrate in two different databases. Firstly, I will show you how to find international papers in Trip, and secondly, I will show you Scopus. Trip database is a useful place to search for international research, guidelines and policies. It is really designed for a simple search in a kind of Google-esque manner, but you can choose to use the PICO option, which allows you to do population, intervention, comparison and outcome. Or you can choose an advanced search option or a simple search option. In the advanced search option, you can choose to search anywhere in the document or the title only. So I'm going to do a quick search for mental health policy. Click the magnifying glass, which is the search button, and there you see I've retrieved 130 results and it's searched mental health policy in the title only. The first record is from the World Health Organization and the second one relates to Southeast Asia. On the right hand side of the database, it breaks down the results into different sections, so you can see guidelines from different countries, systematic reviews, but the majority of the papers in this search was primary research articles. If we do another search then, and this time more of a simple search, mental health global policy, as we're interested in the international context, that retrieved over 4,000 results. And you can see on the right hand side that there are guidelines and they're broken down by different geographical region. If you wish to read a paper, you can click on the title and it will take you to the item and you can read it. Scopus is another database which allows you to search for international literature. You can do a simple search or you can choose to do a more advanced search. If you're using the simple search, you can keep the drop-down menu as title, abstract and any keywords, and then enter your terms into the search box. You can then add an extra field and choose to combine with and, or you can choose or if you prefer by changing the drop-down menu. Enter your terms on the next row, and you can add another field if you need to, depending on your topic. So this search will be for mental health and refugees and policy. You can then add a date range also, so you can restrict or limit your results. So you could choose, for example, the most recent 5 years. I have retrieved 409 documents with my search. If I wish to limit to a geographic area, I can scroll down to the menu that says country or territory. Then I can select which country I'm interested in or expand it to include any other ones that are not immediately listed. Tick the items of interest and then limit to, and the limits will be applied to your search. You can see I now have 16 documents to view on the topic. If you wish to view one of the papers, click on the title. You can then read the abstract, and if you think the article is suitable, click on Find a Copy. Here we have an open access version. You can click on the link and read the paper. One of the helpful things you can do if you found a paper on the topic is look at the bibliography or the references and see if there are any references that relate to policy or international context. Here we can see that there is an organisation called the EKKA, National Centre for Social Solidarity, so that may be worth further exploring. There is also the Ministry of Migration referenced in the bibliography, so that organisation may worth be following up as well. If you are looking for international guidelines, policies and legislation, you can of course search within the academic databases for those types of materials, but you'll find that the grey literature is often found within specific organisation websites. So for example, you can search the World Health Organization. They have guidance on human rights practice and mental health law. You can search within the United Nations and the European Commission, who have a framework of action for mental health law. And you can look at individual government websites to see their specific policies and laws around mental health practice, and also look at international special interest groups. When planning your search and looking for legislation, these terms may be useful to you. You can then combine them with the country, region or territory of your choice, for example, Greece, Europe, Asia. The next step then would be to go back to the previous slide and look at some of the websites mentioned, for example, the World Health Organization. If you are looking for the law or policy of a particular country related to health, then you can begin by a simple search engine search for the name of the country and Department of Health or Ministry of Health. And you can tell if it is a genuine website by the URL, the web address, which should have .gov or .gov with a govt. This is the website of the Ministry of Health in New Zealand. You'll see that on the left hand side, legislation is listed related to mental health, as well as publications and monitoring and reporting of data. In the online library, you can do a simple search here. So I've just typed mental health law and Greece. This has retrieved many results, over 13,000, but they're sorted by relevancy. So here the first paper is one from International Psychiatry, and may be really useful to read and find some other citations in the bibliography which we could then chain to and look for. One of the things that is interesting to do is to change the content type. So you can change this drop down menu, and you'll see that government documents are a potential source of information, so it might be worth scrolling through those to see if there are any more useful ones there. You can also change the year, so you can limit to more recent publications, and that may be helpful to you. If you're interested in getting a broader perspective on the international context of a particular area or country, you can explore the OECD, the Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development's website, as well as the European Commission on Public Health. Charities and voluntary organisations often work internationally and produce briefing papers and evaluation reports. But for this section of the video, I'm just going to quickly show you the OECD pages on different countries, because they may be useful to get a background picture. This is the OECD homepage. Here I have followed the links for health and then by country, and you can select a country of your choice to explore. I've chosen Greece. Here you can see you can view the country profile, which is from 2019. It will give you a good overview of the state of health in Greece. You can read the information online, or you can choose to download the PDF, and you can export the citation for your references. We have now come to the end of the video on searching for international literature. I hope you now have some strategies to find international context, policy, and research.